on this NFL morning. Ha ha! Hopefully you use that extra hour that they gave back to you. Y'all use it very wisely. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here as far as, what's going on with the page and all that stuff. It's a little crazy right now. But what's going on with your Los Angeles Lakers, man? That's something I need to ask you guys. What's going on with y'all Lakers? You see, they didn't even send out any notification for this. They don't want me talking about the Lakers at all. I know, they didn't send you anything. But I'm going to talk my shit anyway. They ain't stopping nothing over here. Listen. The Los Angeles Lakers should not have lost to the Portland Trail Blazers. Not like that. I don't care if LeBron's playing, his mama ain't playing, his daddy ain't playing, or nobody else. AD is supposed to be one of the top 75 players in the world, right? In the world, in history, Anthony Davis is 75 in the world, according to the NBA. Him and him alone should have been enough to beat the Portland Trail Blazers. Lesser teams have beaten the Portland Trail Blazers this season. To me, it's an indictment on basketball, and it shows you the common sense level versus the natural level of what professional sports is all about. They sell you the propaganda piece while the real teams keep rocking on and giving you that real. Now, when we talked about this and we spoke on it, we wanted to make sure people understood what basketball truly was. And there was greater teams, and you guys were being fooled to believe something that wasn't real. When they give you LeBron James, they're giving you propaganda. They're not giving you something authentic. They're giving you crapola and telling you it's the best thing around. And we're here to tell you that no, this is crapola. Now, it's easy for me to dump on LeBron James because there's a lot of material to use it on. But what is wrong with the Los Angeles Lakers? Well, the Lakers believe that, it don't matter. The season don't matter right now. We good. When the playoffs start, we're going to be in the playoffs. We're going to go to the finals. So, it don't even matter. These games don't matter. We can just do this. But it's the way that they're playing that's going to leave them in trouble down the road when they play better teams. They don't rotate. They still can't guard the pick and roll. Vogel is a lame duck coach who can't make adjustments. And because of that, you're in a situation that you shouldn't even be in. Well, Chauncey can get the team playing a lot better if Dame would ever buy in. Dame hasn't bought into the system yet. But what I haven't been seeing is a lot of 40-foot three-pointers. So that's one thing Chauncey kind of cut out the system. We don't need our point guard shooting from 40 feet out just to get on SportsCenter. You know, we want to actually win some games here. Portland, what they did yesterday to win that game was take advantage of what the Lakers don't have. People on the inside. You want to use Jordan, who basically career was made by Chris Paul throwing them alley-oops. So because he was throwing a lot of alley-oops, yeah, but see, that's not the Lakers' philosophy. The Lakers is going to ride out what they got. I mean, at the All-Star break, you might see a lot of changes. You already know you're going to see it. But every time you turn around, they're always talking about what the Lakers need, what LeBron need. Every time they feed him stuff and give him stuff, it's always what he needs. But everybody else, they supposed to just, I don't know, just be better. Like, why can't they just beat LeBron? LeBron's got like an all-star team every time he's ever won anything. If someone else does that, oh, they breaking the rules. No, I actually picked the Lakers to cover the spread. I thought the game would be closer than that. But what Portland did was take advantage of what they had there. The Lakers are small in size, and they just went to Nurkic on give and goes all night long. They couldn't guard the inside give and go. They had nobody to help out on offensive rebound. They always got a small guard in there switching up on Nurkic. It was awful to watch. The West is too stacked. Pretty much. There hasn't been really one true dominant team this year. And that's a good sign for the league. It's a healthy start. There hasn't really been a true dominant team. Just right out the gate. A lot of players that are better than what the paper shows. Teams such as the Washington. They got a lot of key pieces in a lot of places. Having Trez out there helping them out, and Dinwiddie. Those two additions are massive for Washington. You already got them with Bradley Beal. Everything else is a bonus. See, Trez can get back to being Trez. You know? He's gotten a bad reputation in the NBA for being a bad locker room guy. He didn't like the way he was being used with the Lakers. And it's showing improving dividends now that he's in Washington. He's free. Go be Trez. Moss, you're thinking of wins and losses. I'm thinking of point spreads. Somebody could win a game, but still I could win the bet because of a point spread. You understand? You say you got Miami going there? Miami is serious this year? I would think so. I think after Jimmy Butler cussed out Duncan Robinson, they're in a much better place. Tyler Hero, he kind of got his it together a little bit. But their problems has always been injuries. Having Andre Iguodala there was cool. He gave him some stability there, but he had a chance to go back to finish his career with Golden State. Couldn't pass that opportunity up. Well, they got Luka problems. Why wouldn't you send a double team to Luka immediately? As soon as he got the ball in the backcourt, I'd have sent the double team to get the ball out of his hands. That's your job. An immediate double team of Luka. Anybody else gonna beat us tonight, but it won't be him. That's what I call stupidity, ladies and gentlemen. Stupidity at its finest. He said, let Dwight Powell try to hit that shot. Exactly. You know, somebody else finna be the hero. And 9 times out of 10, Luka might just try to do something stupid. Just cuz. But he hits these game-winning shots. If you look at all his game winners, he can do a highlight reel. He beat Boston last year with the game winner. I think the Lakers' problem is internal. A lot of people are not on page with the coach. Westbrook don't like Vogel. Vogel don't really like Westbrook. LeBron was the one in between, just saying, "Don't blow up at the coach. This ain't OKC. You're being allowed to play how you want to play." Russ is not getting triple doubles anymore. Well, the thing is when you play with LeBron and he plays the same position as you, and you guys are both starters, it's you go, I go, you go, I go, you go, I go. LeBron can't play off the ball. Because if he's off the ball, even on offense, he's just going to stand around, which doesn't really help the person who's playing point. No movement. Joe Cool is something else. He said the Lakers are bums are the Saints are gonna lose today. I think so. They think their new quarterback is the new Drew Brees. Well, they're going to find out something today. They gonna find out something today. Well, guys are out of rhythm. When you play with the Lakers, it's like you got to just come in and get yours individually. You know, you look at Monk. You got guys who can shoot. Bazemore's playing out of position. Bazemore is good offensively when he can drive to the basket, get you a good shot going towards the rim. He can put the ball on the floor. Defensively, Bazemore's always been a liability. Whenever the Atlanta Hawks let you go because of your defense, and like defensively, this guy can't stop it any damn thing. So he can't stop a runny nose. So we got to get some defense in here, and Bazemore just isn't it. Everywhere he goes, it's been the same problem. Golden State let him go, same problem. Defensively, he's a liability. Avery Bradley's getting cooked. He was getting cooked all last night. You saw everybody get past him with no problem. There was no help on the back end for defense. After the Bradley, their best defender, is getting broke down. And you're like, well, man, if this is happening to them, then what's happening to the rest of the teams? I'd rather drive in traffic than drive downtown. The reason why no one is speaking on Golden State being number one in the NBA with number one in defense is because they're looking at it as fool's gold. Warriors and Heats are the best teams right now. Let's see what happens in December. Let's see what happens after January. Let's see, is anybody talking about the Warriors and Heat? Because while you talking about them, at the end of the year, the Brooklyn Nets will be there, and they probably have them up against the Lakers. If that's the case, I might as well buy my champagne because I've gotten what I wanted to see. LeBron's finna lose another NBA Finals. And I will pop that champagne and joy as knowing that Kyrie Irving's gonna get that ring over LeBron. Nothing will bring me more joy. James Harden gets his ring. KD gets his ring. Oh, that's a perfect thing. Silver Slipper crying, mad. Couldn't do nothing about it. He's like, lose? He ain't even going. Well, you got to understand, man. They got the panic button over there. All they got to do is press the panic button and everything's going to fall apart. They press the panic button over there and everything is falling by the wayside. Don't forget to hit the like button, good people. What's wrong with the Pelicans? It's quite simple. They did not get better. They still trying to build a team around Zion Williamson, who's not even playing. And they're not trying to realize that the best player that they have on the court is Brandon Ingram. And you build around him and make Zion the complementary player. Zion only has about 5-6 years to be explosive. With that kind of weight and battling the weight issues he's got, the problem is that he was injured, so he really couldn't work out or train. But my gosh, did he ever blow up in size. So now you got to go through a weight loss camp just to try to get yourself in playing shape. Because once you do start playing, you're going to injure yourself. So to prevent that, that's why it's taking so long to get Zion back on the court. Lonzo, I think he's going to get his money from the Bulls for a couple of years. Then probably join his brothers in Charlotte. And all three Ball brothers will be playing together. Yes, Melo's hitting some threes. That's what Melo can do now. Melo can hit some threes. So if you need Melo to come in and hit a three, cool. But when has Melo won a game doing that? When the game's on the line, you guys are gonna see, because that's not their problem. Their problem is defensively. What's up, Mr. Clay? Oh, thank you. Yeah, Canelo handled his business. Then they altered my live stream. I mean, that's why they let Russ go. And people was like, well, it's because LeBron didn't play. Because LeBron didn't play. LeBron needed to play to beat Portland. LeBron needed to play to beat OKC. Really? With LeBron, the Lakers are barely winning games. against the poor teams. So that's something to think about. They're barely winning when LeBron plays. They're coming to a last second shot. Yeah, well, take Cleveland versus the Knicks. I would take the Cavs +8. The Cavs just might win that game. I don't think they should trade LeBron at all. And you know why? Because he sells tickets. The NBA markets and promote the guy. You're making money off his jersey. Use him up for his last 2 years and then throw him out. Get him. Because you're still not a championship team. I mean, this guy's way past his prime. He's been out of his prime for about 8 years. The person that's been more disappointing to me is AD. AD was way better in New Orleans than he was with the Lakers. He got to LA, he got fat, he got lazy. And he letting point guards out-muscle him and get rebounds over him. He's looking real soft and pathetic. He's about some stomach issue. Yeah, he got his nuts in his stomach. That's his problem. I mean, AD is softer than wet tissue. Punch a hole right through him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. But let me get up out of here. I'm out.